Hey y'all out there in Patron world, how's it going? I'm all camoed up today. I just realized I got a camo hat and a camo shirt on. Total accident, wasn't on purpose. I'm just hanging out here at the house. I'm actually recovering. I had foot surgery a couple of weeks ago. Had a diabetic ulcer that got real bad real quick, and a place on my foot where I broke it twice, had a screw in. So just bad timing, bad placement, but doctors did great. I'm on the mend. Can't walk for like 5 or 6 weeks or drive, but other than that, I got a lot of Hallmark Christmas movies to catch up on and other movies I've recorded, and got the guitar beside me and just be hanging out here. So anyway, wanted to get on here and answer these questions. Two of y'all sent in the questions for the Q&A, and I wanted to jump on that real quick. Donna, your first question. What do we need to look for in the future with your music? Well, depending on what COVID has to say, I can't wait to get back out on the road and start touring again and get the band and get some new songs learned and bring them to a city near you or to your city. That's a big question mark that's up in the air. When do we get to tour again? When will venues open? When will it be safe to tour? And I know I'm not going to tour until I know it's safe. I don't want to put my band at risk. I don't want to put crowds at risk. Because COVID's for real, and until we can get it under control, we got to be careful. But new music may be something that's coming out. I'll give y'all a little update on that. I was planning on using the money from touring this year to record a new album and put out, and all the stuff that goes along with the album, photo shoots, music videos, things like that. But since touring didn't happen, my ability to go into the studio and spend tens of thousands of dollars on new music and stuff like that hasn't really happened. So I'm getting creative. I'm trying to figure out a way to put out some music that will, feed everybody and let everybody know what I've been doing. And so I've come up with a plan. I'm putting it into action. It's not going to be a typical album like you've seen before, where there's one producer and there's 5 songs or 10 songs or 12 songs or whatever. It's going to be a little different. It's going to sound a little different because of the way I'm doing it. So, but do know that maybe around February I'll have the first song ready, and might get something rolling to where every month, every 6 weeks or something, I get to put out something new to give y'all kind of another snapshot of the various sides of me and my music. So that's what's coming up. If I keep these long answers up, this is going to be a 30-minute video, but that's all right. I appreciate y'all really being patrons and me trying this out. I'm trying to figure out how to bring added value and things like that to this to make it, worth the money, worth the time, worth the effort. And so please send me feedback on what you want to see more of, what you want to see less of, things like that. I'm totally taking all that in and want to try to make it what you want. I want to give y'all this exclusive access to me that no one else gets. I'm just sitting here in my living room right now underneath my deer heads. I'm a hunter. Sorry if you're not a hunter. But anyway, all right. Donna's question number 2. After COVID is over, any plans to have a tour in place? Absolutely. Kind of like I said, it's hard to plan one in hopes that COVID goes. So we're going to have to wait until we know that it's safe. And then I'll start calling venues, figuring out where we can go, when we can be there. I love what my buddy Drew Baldridge has been doing, these backyard bonfire and Baldridge tours. I was, before the foot injury, going to try a few of those, try a few private shows at folks' houses, and just haven't got a chance to do that. But 2021 may be an opportunity for me to try a few private shows and see how that goes. So definitely going to be some touring going on. Don't know what it looks like yet, but we're working on it. All right, now I'm going to jump down to Susie. You left me some questions down here. Any plans of returning to Chicago when this COVID craziness is over? Man, I miss Bub City so much. Those wings and that spoon bread and just the staff up at Bub City, both in Chicago and in Rosemont, and then Carol's Pub, which we got to play for the first time. No, it's last year. Yeah, it's last year now. Had a blast up there, so I cannot wait to call Ed and get back on the schedule for some Bub City in Chicago. Can't wait. I love Chicago. It's such a fun town. Second question. Now that you have flipped a house, do you see yourself continuing to do flips? Yeah, for those of y'all that don't know, during COVID, I started a real estate investment company, Carpenter Realty Group, and I've got a business partner, and I helped them flip a house before COVID hit, and spent a couple of months with them to I worked for free to let them know what I could do, and then to learn from them. And in the middle of that, he said, "Well, on the next one, let's partner together." So we partnered on a house in Columbia, Tennessee. We made the flip and actually just signed paperwork yesterday on the sale. So sale's final. First flip is officially done, and we've been working for about a month or so, maybe 5 weeks, on our next flip in Murfreesboro. So that's going on. We're actively looking at houses. We're actively putting in offers in on new houses. So this is something I will definitely continue. I've got a rental house in Arkansas, and I've always wanted to build more real estate into my portfolio here. And so we're going to flip houses to build up some income. And then once the market's right, then we can buy houses and fix them up to rent, and provide some amazing rental houses, for our tenants, and have cash flow coming in every month, basically. It's a really good game. If you're interested at all in real estate, whether you're wanting to go into it or not, Rich Dad, Poor Dad is an amazing book by Robert Kiyosaki, and he created a game. It's kind of like Monopoly, but it's more real world, and it's called Cash Flow. There's one for kids, one for adults. It's really cool. So that's my house flip plans. All right, question number 3 from Donna. What is your favorite food or holiday to celebrate the most? Well, that's 2 questions, but I'll take both of them. My favorite food is yes. With the diabetic thing, it's going to have to be less sugar. But, man, I love Mexican food. I love pizza. I love burgers, steak, and potato. I love, probably one of my favorite things in the world is my grandma's chocolate stuff, which we get every birthday, and I've finally learned how to make it. So there's just so many things. She taught me how to make spaghetti, and well, not like real spaghetti, but she did she got me liking spaghetti early on. She did this 3-meat spaghetti. I do a 4-meat, but anyway, I'm definitely a meat and taters guy. But favorite holiday is definitely Christmas. I am ho 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 all the way. Today I've been watching Christmas movies. I love Hallmark Christmas movies. I've even got a t-shirt that says, "This is my Hallmark Christmas movie watching t-shirt." And yeah, so that's a side of me. I can't wait to decorate the house, get the tree up, get the manger scene going on up there on my mantle, and get all my stockings hung. I put candy canes. Actually, there's a candy cane on the, will this zoom? No, it won't. But right here, there's a candy cane left from last Christmas. I put candy canes and Santa hats on all the deer. So I love Christmas. It's just a time of year where everybody just seems happier for the most part. Everybody seems more genuine, more giving, more gracious. And this year I know is going to be a lot different just because of COVID, but it's still a season of giving, and just a season of joy and cheer, and the birth of my Lord Jesus Christ. So it's my favorite thing to celebrate all year long is Christmas. All right, let's see. Question 4. Which pet do you have, a cat or a dog, and what kind? I actually don't have any pets here. If I could, I would have a dog. I'm not a cat guy at all. I mean, they're great, but I'm not a cat person. I love dogs. We had bulldogs growing up. I've had labs. My mom's got a bulldog right now that's like an old English bulldog, not the kind you think of. It's one bred that's more athletic and less problems with breathing and things like that. So it's not like the typical fat, hunched over, smushed up face bulldog.